the coronavirus pandemic. It has disrupted so many things over the past year and a half. The global economy, our love lives, Chick-fil-A's plans for a fried bat sandwich, and now it's even coming after our snacks.
The Girl Scouts say 15 million boxes of unsold cookies are currently sitting on shelves. The organization is now encouraging people to buy boxes online before they expire. The Girl Scouts normally sell around 200 million boxes of cookies per year, or around $800 million worth, but the pandemic kept them from going door to door to sell their cookies.
No, guys, 15 million boxes of Girl Scout cookies are just sitting on the shelves? I mean, I was going to start my post-pandemic diet this week, but the Girl Scouts need our help. I'm going to do this for them. In fact, you know what? Forget buying them. They're just sitting in a warehouse somewhere. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull the world's tastiest Ocean's 11. Step one, just got to find 10 friends. Yeah, I lost contact with a lot of people over the pandemic. Apparently being nude on FaceTime doesn't make you endearing. But let's be honest though, people, the real reason Girl Scout cookies didn't sell this past year is not because Girl Scouts couldn't go door to door. It's because the parents of Girl Scouts weren't in their offices. And because they weren't in their office, they couldn't shame their co-workers into buying 200 boxes worth of Thin Mints. And I'm not hating on it, I'm just saying. Every box of Girl Scout cookies I've ever bought was sold to me by a bald man in his 50s. But you know, if you ask me, this actually gives America an opportunity to solve two problems at once. Yeah, think about it. Just offer free Girl Scout cookies to anyone getting the vaccine. America will be at 100% vaccination by the weekend, baby. I mean, except for the places that give away trefoils. I'd rather get COVID than eat them shits. Meanwhile, another thing thrown out of whack by the pandemic is the Tokyo Olympic Games. We've had to wait a whole extra year to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch strangers go swimming. But now, the Olympics are finally here. Although, with some pretty big changes.
We all know that COVID is forcing some big changes compared to a typical Olympics. That includes in the Olympic Village. Olympic organizers typically give away tens of thousands of condoms during the games for all the athletes. But this year, there is still going to be a condom giveaway, but they are telling the athletes not to use them until they get home. COVID restrictions mean the athletes shouldn't be getting close enough to be active with one another. Olympic organizers say they are hoping the athletes take the condoms back to their home countries to raise awareness about HIV, AIDS, and other issues.
Hold up. Japan is not going to let Olympic athletes have sex with each other? Well, then, I mean, what's the point of even going to the Olympics then? What, to bring glory to one's nation? Wrong! It's to smash! That's why the sprinters go so fast. They want that race to be over so they can get back to the main event. If you can't have sex at the Olympics, half of the sports wouldn't even have anybody in them. Nobody's going to spend 20 years learning how to jump over a pole with another pole unless they know that at some point they're going to get laid for it. And let's be real. They can tell athletes not to use the condoms until they get home, but all that's going to mean is athletes are going to be having sex without condoms, which maybe isn't the worst idea. It means in 18 years, we're going to have the greatest Olympic Games of all time. The coronavirus pandemic. It's that guest at a house party who just won't leave. We're now entering month 18 of the pandemic, and once again, there is good news and badder news.
This morning, a new vaccine is showing promising results. Novavax releasing data from phase 3 clinical trials, saying its COVID vaccine's overall efficacy reached 90% and is 100% effective in preventing moderate and severe disease.
The vaccine approval news comes as a troubling variant, first discovered in India, is spreading rapidly around the world. Experts believe it is the most infectious yet and may be associated with an increase in severity.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is expected to push back plans to lift lockdown restrictions in his country due to the spread of the highly contagious Delta COVID-19 variant. Lockdown restrictions were originally to end in the UK on June 21st, but the opening up could be delayed for up to 4 weeks.
Oh, damn it, coronavirus, just stay down. Why would you just stay down? Oh, this virus has had more reboots than Godzilla. And this variant sounds like it might be the worst of them all. Which is why I'm surprised that they named it Delta and not Spirits. Seriously though, people, they really need to work on the names of these new COVID strains. Because the Delta variant doesn't sound serious, Sounds like a straight-to-DVD action film starring Steven Seagal. It's what Netflix suggests you watch because they don't have any of the Jason Bourne movies. On the plus side though, and this was the good news I was telling you about, we might be getting a brand new effective vaccine soon. And this new vaccine is different because it doesn't use the new mRNA technology that some people don't trust, which is great because now anti-vaxxers will have to come up with a whole new bullshit excuse not to get it. Hashtag winning. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Georgia Congresswoman and your crazy aunt's even crazier friend. Since her shocking rise from QAnon forums to the House of Representatives, Greene has become notorious for her willingness to say absolutely anything with zero shame, whether it's conspiracies about 9/11 or the existence of Jewish space lasers, which is ridiculous. I mean, everyone knows that the Jewish space laser was taken out by the Buddhist submarine missiles years ago. But now, MTG is admitting that some of her recent comments might have gone too far.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is apologizing for comparing COVID restrictions to the horrors of the Holocaust. She previously compared mask mandates to the Nazis forcing Jews to wear yellow stars. Her apology came after visiting the Holocaust Museum.
I have made a mistake, and it's really bothered me for a couple of weeks now. And so I definitely want to own it. The horrors of the Holocaust are something that some people don't even believe happened, and some people deny, but there is no comparison to the Holocaust. And there are words that I have said and remarks that I've made that I know are offensive, and for that I want to apologize. Going to the Holocaust Museum was just a good reflection, and it was good to look and see things there. And one of the things I was reminded of is how terrible their policies were.
Yo, guys, America isn't serious, man. This woman writes the laws that govern the land. And she's out here like, yo, you guys heard about this Holocaust? Shit's wild. I mean, for real though, are we gonna get a press conference every time Marjorie Taylor Greene learns about something? Because she doesn't know about a lot of things. It has come to my attention that putting metal in a microwave makes the microwave go boom, boom. I think it's important to acknowledge that. But I will say, in some ways, I feel bad for this lady, man. Learning things is tough, you know, because it forces you to take back all the ignorant shit that you've said in the past. It's why the only museum I go to is Madame Tussauds. Madame Tussauds. Come stupid, leave stupid.